Welcome to the Fasting Podcast featuring Wellness and Optimal Weight. Wow. Join our co-hosts, Julie Phillips, myself, and Kimberly Jansen, both certified natural health professionals with combined experience of 4 decades. In these weekly episodes, you'll discover simplified approaches, little-known facts, insights from the wellness coach perspective, valuable tips, and amazing wellness tools and technologies. And now, on to the show. This is episode 17, Move the Body, the Lymph, and the Bowels during fasting. This episode is super important and goes right back to 20 years ago when I found natural health with a prayer after I was told I have 2 sets of abnormal cells that got much worse after 4 months of doing nothing different. I was then aged beyond my years internally. I was told I would definitely be getting cancer with one of the sets of cells, in their opinion, and there was nothing I could do to prevent it. They told me it was imperative I come in 4 months to start treatment early. Well, I said a prayer. I found natural health the very next day. My health turned around immensely, and I started studying like a madwoman to become educated and empowered to help the rest of the people, as many as I could reach in my lifetime, to be aware about natural health. And one of the very key messages that I learned right in the beginning was be the clean flowing river and not the stagnant, dirty retention pond. So moving the body is super important. Then Kim will talk about moving the lymph, and we'll follow right in on moving the bowels. All very important. Be the clean flowing river, not the stagnant retention pond. Moving the body, do whatever activity speaks to you personally. Even walking is good. We like 5 to 7 days a week, or whatever you feel motivated to do. The WOW program that we love from episode 8, Wellness and Optimal Weight, they actually have a video about that also, lifeboatdoctors.com. That one promotes that for the activity or exercise, you target 5 days a week, 20 to 30 minutes a day. Very reasonable. And if you're not used to working out, they say just work your way up gradually, but steadily and safely. So that's nice, but we encourage you to try new forms of movement, swimming, cycling, get creative, have fun, get out in nature. Consider things that you may never have thought of, like Jinshin Jitsu, which these types of things include energy, Tai Chi, Qigong, yoga, meditation is great. The people that are really interested in the longer water fast, we did episode 13 on superpowers of the extended water fast, and we showed in there that after 24 hours, now the body can get into pretty significant autophagy. That's the survival mode where the body's seeking out and destroying all the bad stuff, tumors, cysts, abnormal cells, but scavenging at the same time for good nutrients to feed the body. Super awesome. It also produces a lot of human growth hormone for youthfulness that could help us preserve our muscles and our bones. What's the type of exercise? Although lots of exercise types are good for helping autophagy, but especially one called HIIT or HIIT, high impact interval training. My daughter turned me on a while back to a free exercise site on the computer called hasfit.com. A young couple, stands for heart and soul. And you can go in there and say, show me all the videos you have on HIIT, beginner, intermediate, or advanced level, from this many minutes to that many minutes. Super awesome way to get free exercise in the comfort of your home. But there's also major advantages to going to a gym and getting a personal trainer. There's something new that's going to be available. I'm about to go on an extended vacation, but a doctor colleague that I fully trust has a new system with foam blocks that are amazing. His partner's an Olympic champion, and he says these foam blocks that they use can provide you as little as 2.5 minutes once or twice a day to work all the different muscles. And it's especially good for the seniors who now muscles may be wanting to atrophy. So that's something to look for in the future when it's available. We'll get it on the website. Consider an oscillating whole body vibration machine, because Kim's about to tell us about the Lymph, where this is a fabulous tool for that when you use it a certain way. But I also use it to do toning and twisting exercises while I'm at it. The last 2 minutes I do for the Lymph, and she'll tell you how that works. Go ahead, Kim.
The lymph is a system in the body of colorless fluid that contains white blood cells, and they bathe our tissues, removing toxins. It has no central pump, unlike our heart. So our heart actually pumps itself, but the lymph system does not. Now, a lot of people will say, oh, yeah, I know, lymph behind the ears, down the throat area. Great. But did you also know there's a huge concentration under the arm area? Also, at the bottom of the torso, right before your legs start, you have a lot of lymph in that area too. It flows throughout the body, and its job is to help to clear out toxins. So we're moving that lymph for detoxification and also for immune health. Ways to move the lymph and to help it to work. Do you remember in school when you were in your gym classes, you did jumping jacks, and you go, okay, what is the real reason for this? Well, guess what? Jumping jacks, any movement whatsoever, is going to help that lymph system to do its job. And jumping jacks is phenomenal because you're moving arms, legs, everything at the same time. Whether it's exercising and walking, any type of movement exercise. There are different dance movements you can do that range everything from very simple movements to, of course, more complex. Also, good hydration is crucial. In our episodes 3 through 6, we talk about hydration and how pertinent it is to good health. Hydration does so much for the body because our body's made up so much of water. People that are older, that are in very extreme illnesses or recovery, they may not feel like getting up and going walking or doing jumping jacks. So some alternatives for them is sitting in the chair or on their bed, moving their arms up and down. Just there, it could be just a short arm movement, or it could be over the head, stretching out as far as they can to the side. Moving that will also help the lymph. They could be seated in a chair and just pick their legs up to kind of going up on your toes, but still while in a seated position, and then back down to the floor. They also could use what a lot of people call the mini trampoline or a rebounder. And even though they're not going to be bouncing up and down, standing up there and doing tricks on it, they could actually sit on that mini trampoline and someone else could do the bouncing for them. Believe it or not, that gets the lymph moving also. Now, Julie had mentioned before the oscillating whole body vibration machine. Beautiful, wonderful, does so much work for you because it's moving at such fast rates. All you're doing is standing on it and it's like vibrating. Again, that is enough to get your lymph working and also draining. So when Julie uses her oscillating whole body vibration machine, it is normally set at a 10-minute sequence. And the last 2 minutes, she'll put her feet together, elevate the speed so you have a higher speed, and in turn, it helps drain lymph and lactic acid. Now, another option for you is lymphatic drainage professionals. So you have lymphatic drainage massages, you have lymphatic drainage facials. Your choice. Do you want to work the entire body, or do you want to just work a specific area? Say, for instance, you had sinus congestion or a cold or something that's just been lingering, earache or sore throat. Lymphatic drainage facial is so phenomenal for that and will actually reduce that swelling in the lymph almost by the time you have finished the facial. So very, very good to use, and just something to go in as a tune-up for you to use it occasionally. So any movement at all is going to help that lymph system. Now, if you decide that a lymphatic drainage massage or lymphatic drainage facial could be good for you, just know that it can actually increase the lymphatic flow 10 times its normal flow. So very beneficial, especially with any health challenges, whether they're minor or whether you're in a recovery or they're in a major health challenge. Now, have you ever read the book Everybody Poop? Okay, it's a kid's book, and it's supposed to help children with going to the bathroom and not being afraid of it. Julie is going to talk with us about the ever popular topic of moving the bowel.
Moving the bowels is a topic very dear to my heart, and I remember a trip we made on motorcycles with a group of people prior to me getting into natural health, and during the entire 7 days, I never had one single bowel movement, even though we were eating multiple times a day and snacks. Wow. Talk about being the clean flowing river instead of the toxic stagnant retention pond. I had no idea about the importance. So Kim and I are really big on, as wellness coaches, if a person's eating 2 to 3 meals a day, We hope you're getting 2 to 3 large, brown, long, smooth bowel movements each and every day so the toxins can come out. We hope you're getting outstanding hydration. Episodes 3 through 6 cover that topic very well. Probiotics, friendly flora are super important, with enzymes a really big plus. And by far, the very best technology to support that we found is a digestive gut blend that we love on www.thefastingpodcastwow.com. Oxygenating magnesium is really good. We have a link to that on our site also. Anytime we mention product, we'll show you a link for the ones we think are good and affordable. But that slowly cleans the sludge off the intestinal wall, oxygenated and alkalinizing the dirty intestinal tract. Both soluble and insoluble fiber can be in your gut to help bulk the stool and soak up toxins in the colon. Humans were designed to use a squatting position. So a lot of people like to have like a little 7-inch stool or a box or a space heater or whatever you can find that's about 7 inches tall. We actually have a link to a cool one on the website, but just get those feet up and see. It made a huge difference when I first discovered this about 20 years ago. Keep the river flowing with 2 to 3 good bowel movements daily, and just say no to heartburn. We'll cover that in a future topic. Don't even go there. Don't let that be an issue for you. And consider colon hydrotherapy and or coffee enemas. And this is not regular coffee, by the way. It's special coffee for that. But colon hydrotherapy is a special massage therapist trained to actually use water inside your colon to get stuff that may have been built up for the last 20, 30, or 40 years. So you might even see chewing gum coming out even though you haven't chewed gum for 35 years. So that's a very good, helpful situation. And I kind of favor the ones with closed systems instead of open systems, but there's pros and cons. So keep the body, the lymph, and the bowels moving, and don't miss our next episode, episode 18, Plateaus During Fasting.
This concludes today's episode. Possible next steps would be to catch up on any previous episodes you've missed, refer us to others, and of course, check out our website, www.thefastingpodcastwow.com. You can also watch our wellness and optimal weight video, our WOW video, at www.lifeboatdoctors.com. For all you podcasters, please leave us a 5-star on iTunes, and YouTubers, like this video and subscribe. Remember to stay positive, focused, and determined, because where the mind goes, energy flows.